Hello everyone, welcome back. It is Thursday the 26th of March 2020 and this video today, unfortunately I won't have time to edit, so I just have to try and not make any mistakes and just upload the video as is. So let's see how it goes. As of right now, there are 479,744 cases of the coronavirus worldwide and 21,566 deaths. Yesterday, the most cases, once again, was the USA with 13,355 cases in total yesterday, new cases, and 247 deaths. Spain was second place with 7,457 new cases, and Italy in third, 5,210. So there are some things to talk about with Spain and Italy. Right now, those two countries have more deaths than China. So they are first and second in the world now for the total deaths. Italy, 7,503, and Spain, 3,647 as of yesterday. Next is going to be Iran, then France, and then pretty much the USA. The USA is right at the beginning of their sort of, exponential phase. So they are going to, I'm sure, based on the official stats, they're going to be in first place within a week or something like that. In terms of deaths, total cases, total new cases, everything. They're going to top the charts. But that's not because there's something wrong in America. That's probably because there's something that went wrong with the reporting in other countries, not mentioning which one in particular. We all know which one. So the UK, 9,529 cases in total. Yesterday added 1,452 new cases. That's pretty crazy, and 43 new deaths. I'm still going to say it, in the West you're going to have a bigger problem than in Asia because people just generally don't do face masks. So as long as people are self-isolating, the rise will be slower, the rise in cases, but it's still going to happen because people don't wear face masks, people don't do face masks and take general precautions. I watched a video, and this is a guy who generally travels around the world, and he's based in China, I guess. His wife is from China, and he's got a child, he's got a daughter, and they went to America at the beginning of the outbreak in China. Sorry, baby. They went to America at the beginning of the outbreak in China, and now that the outbreak's happening in America, they've decided to come back to China, and it wasn't as smooth sailing as they thought. So they sort of expected that they would have to quarantine themselves and that they may have to quarantine themselves in a hotel. But the way it worked is that they got split up. So mum and daughter were in one room of the hotel and the dad was in a separate room. Oh my god, I've got like a war zone going on out there. And if you want to see what it's really like, at the airports in China, you should take a look at his video. He's documented the whole thing and it's got quite a lot of footage that I thought that most people wouldn't be able to get. But yeah, you should take a look.
Very close to being a success. We have one bag that, our biggest and most important bag, is lost. It's the one with most of our important things in it. Honestly, if that's the worst that we got today, I call it a win. Each province has its own transportation network. We're going to get our temperature taken and then get loaded onto a vehicle.
His video is quite impressive and it shows a lot about the process of what they're doing in China, and you can compare that to the airports where you are, and I'm sure it's nothing like this. So everyone now that comes back to China has to quarantine themselves for 14 days, and it's not your choice. They will send you to a hotel, they'll allocate you a hotel, you pay for it yourself, you quarantine there for 14 days, get checked every day, like once or twice every day. They give you food and stuff, but everything's fixed prices, there's no negotiations, it's all fixed. And then at the end of your quarantine period, if you aren't infected, then you can go back out into society and enjoy your holiday or whatever it is that you came to China to do. So yeah, and that's another reason why the West is going to fail, because as of right now the airports in the UK are still open and still taking flights from people all over the world. I just don't understand why the government doesn't take the decision and close the airports. Why has it got to be the airlines themselves who decide we're not going to fly to there, we're not going to fly to there? Why can't the airports just close down? Why can't the governments just close the airports and stop the spread of this virus? And people who think, oh my god, closing the airport won't stop the spread. How do you think it got to your country from China? It came via air travel. That's how it got there in the first place. If you stop the air travel, it will stop it continuously popping up in your country. Trump says the US is going to be open by Easter. Wishful thinking. And if they do actually open everything up by Easter, then that's it. In the US, it will be like Boris Johnson was saying the other week about herd immunity, because pretty much everyone's going to get it, and we're going to see a reduction of the US population. So they're going to have more green cards next year because they're going to need to make up for the lost people, if that's what they're going to do. Open up by Easter? Nah. The USA won't even be halfway up the top of their exponential growth by that time. So how are you going to open everything up while the hospitals are still being more and more and more overrun? That's wishful thinking. The UK is going to have some home testing kits very soon, so that'll be good. That'll make the UK number of cases look like it's grown like crazy, when in actual fact it's just going to confirm what people already suspect, that the UK has lost control of this and the virus is everywhere. So, but it's a good thing though. You can find the people who have the virus, isolate them and stop them spreading it further, because right now not every single person will have the virus. There'll be a lot of people that don't have the virus, but the longer these people go untested, the more likely that it is that everyone will end up with the infection. There's lots of modelling going on about the R0 of this virus, saying that, oh, the R0 is between what and what, and wondering why in cities it seems to be higher. That should be obvious, because in cities people are densely populated, and the R0, even if they say the R0 is 5, meaning if one person is infected they'll pass it on to 5 people. Do you think that if one person is infected and then they walk around the street, they're only going to pass it on to 5 people and then the virus will just stop because it's already reached the R0 number? Do you think that? No. So in a city, one person will spread it to so many people, and it's not anything to do with a super spreader. It just means that they encountered more people and more people got infected, that's all. It's not anything about that person having some ability or their body being special. It's just because the situations that you're in a city. So there's taxis, there's lifts, there's escalators where people are just like right behind you, breathing in all the air that you're breathing out. There's supermarkets in general, they're packed in cities. And cities are just busier places, so the R0 in a city will be much higher than the R0 in the countryside. Don't think that because it has a low R0 or a high R0 that wherever you are you're safe, because you're not likely to get infected. If you're in a city, you're very likely to get infected. So follow the guidelines, stay inside, wash your hands, if you go outside wear a mask, etc. The virus is nothing like the flu, nothing at all like the flu. I can't believe it, we're at the end of March and I'm still seeing news reports comparing it to the flu, and blogs too. I'm seeing blogs that are still comparing it to the flu, using all these numbers and models and whatever. It doesn't matter what your numbers are, it doesn't matter what your models are. Think of any other time in history or the year where there's been so many people piling into hospitals around the world at the same time. If you think it's like the flu, then shouldn't this be happening every year and we should be used to it? Shouldn't hospitals and morgues be overrun every single year because of the flu, if that's what you think? Are you crazy? So annoying when I see stuff about the flu right now. Anyway, I just wanted to end the video right here, and I wanted to say, regardless of the numbers that China reported in the past, right now, if you look at that guy's video, honestly, there is no doubt that right now, whatever China's doing right now is much better than what a lot of other countries are doing. Whether it's invading on privacy or invading on rights, whatever, at this point it doesn't matter. Right now, we can say China's handling it a lot better than the rest of the world. Whether there are still outbreaks in China or not, they're going to handle it a lot faster and a lot better than most places. South Korea is the other example. They've done it really well with super fast testing. But right now China's taking this thing very, very seriously. Anyone that's responsible for doing anything with the coronavirus wears a hazmat suit, gloves, goggles. There's no part of their body outside exposed. But if you look at other countries right now, what they're doing, you still see like the top doctors with the hair out, their eyes, no protection, and wearing a flimsy little mask. I mean, come on, the doctors need the best protection, and that's all that's being offered. So I don't want to make people scared, but this is going to be worse than the Spanish flu. Work together with the authorities and let's stop the spread of this virus, okay? That's all. And I'm sorry, I couldn't edit the video today, couldn't put stuff on. I've got no time today at all, so I gotta go. See you tomorrow. Stay safe.